Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker on a little bit of a sleepy Friday, but they're starting to pick up a little bit here as we come into this new hour. I always talk about the importance of a new hour. So if we go to the SPY, it's not really indicative of the internals. A lot of things are a lot weaker than this is showing right now, but we'll see if that continues. So right now they're starting to come in a little bit, but what you can see upper left, still an insight day, right? And that's where you get your consolidation. That's where people get chopped up here. And so if you go to the lower left, you're going to see the chop shop that it is right in here, right? How are you going to do anything here? Right now we're getting a little bit more selling pressure though as the Qs do this. The Qs had an inside 60 right here in the lower left, and now starting to head back towards the lows, right? And so we got a lot more things on the heavy side. Like when I go through everything, I'm looking at the internals, and it was a little stunning how much more is to the downside than the upside. One of the things I like to talk about, and let's see if we can get this outside month here in the lower middle, is things that I've talked about before and said, how do you stay in good winning trades, right? What you do is you get in there, and until there's a reversal against you, you're still good. You might remember this little ditty, Coop, boom, here, upper left, the inside, or the 2-2 reversal day, right here, and that was below 339.08. It's trading 242, $97, still no reversal against you, right? Because that was that same day when SPY did this, the 2-2 reversal here, right? And then SPY barely took this up, but now you're inside day, and that's a bit of an issue. But it's, the long side's a little thin here. I mean, if you go NNOX here, now in an inside 60, nice and green on all time frames, right? Just going up into there. You've got CODX trying to come up here. Like I said, we're going down the food train, and right now they're starting to hit them. When we get to this puker side in a second. But you can see how CODX on the week takes last week's highs out. That's a 2-2 reversal. GSX. Like I said, there's a whole who's who of nobodies now trying to go 60 back down. Believe it or not, Crocs. I'm not going to waste too much on the long side because right now they're starting to pick up a little heat on the downside. So Crocs, believe it or not, right? And I'll go up upper middle, up, down, 222 continuation on that. If we go to TXG. All right, they're starting to hit them as well. They should. TXG, you're going to see this nice inside day. Slight gap down and boom, outside bar to the upside. You can see the weekly and outside expansion to the upside. Green on all time frames. We'll see if that sets up again. I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's just get to the puking side because it's a lot more fun. And that's what should be going on with most of these internals coming in. If you go to Overstock here, now you can see still an inside week. And so what that means in the upper middle, what that means is we can expect reversals back and forth, right? Because it's still consolidating. It's also in the monthly here. It's a 2-2 reversal to the downside. 2 up, 2 down, right? Okay, now if you go to the daily, up here in the inside day, the attempt to take it out, triangle day out, and then boom, back to the previous range here, Overstock. So hopefully we can get Overstock to wipe all of this stuff out right through here. Right now it's working on it. All right, you got the Qs, still helping the cause going to the lows. And what's also going to help here is the diamonds, if we can get this inside 60 here to break. See that? Still inside day, but that certainly would help the cost of the downside. Right now, it's the NASDAQ leading the puke. Small cappage here, also trying to take these inside 60s down right now. You got Roku going to the lows here. And Roku, you're going to see this. Had an inside bar, tried to take out one side, then boom, comes back through, right, and rejects this. And it's still being rejected as now. Still an inside week, so expect these reversals like so. But like a lot of things, we're looking for these outside months. Qs to the lows. There we go. All right, and then you got HQY. HQY, you can see this getting hit outside month now, skirting the lows, and this was just a 2-2 continuation on the daily to give you the outside week over here. Still going to the lows. All right, we're still losing these things. That's good. You've got Lulu. Lulu, you might remember this inside day and this 2-2 here, right? So if you got stopped out here, now it's a 2 down, 2 up, boom, continuation right here on the daily below 317.67. All right, and you can see here, this is where they triangle them out. You see this? Anybody stopped against this got taken out here. But then you had your inside bar 60, poke up, shooter, boom, rev strat right back in and take her right back into the basement. You got Penn Gaming. Penn Gaming here. this a reversal? It is. Gaps up, two up. So a lot of people ask me questions like this. It's like, well, but Rob, but it's still green on the month, and it's still green on the week. I'm like, that's true. However, when you have a gap up, you might have exhausted all the buying, right? Everybody who wants to be long is now long, and then you can come back on them here on the reversal here back into the gap at 60.93, much like Restoration Hardware. Here, not totally getting killed, but now you got an inside 60 here to see if we can, down the lower middle to see if we can get the measured move going. That would be nice because here was the reversal. Gaps up, that's a 2 up, and this is a 2 down. Below 381.46, trading 373. There's another $8. That's not bad. If we go to Jazz Farm, how's Jazz Farm doing? Jazz Farm, just an inside day 212 reversal here on a Friday, and so you can counter stuff on Fridays because if anybody's going to take profits, today's a good day to do it, right? So this is inside day and down below 139.07, trading 136.46. There's almost $3 there. If we go to ARWR, in ARWR, once again here, the inside day, pokes up, comes back through 3, and then boom, 3-2 back through these guys. This has full time frame continuity to the downside. You'll notice it's red on all time frames, and some people choose to just trade stuff that does that. More pandemic play. And play, here you can see it pokes up a little bit and then coming back down through on the weekly. It just went here. Now they're hitting them. Hit them, boys. There we go. So here, play inside 60 to the downside. Here, right, inside down, so nice and red on all time frames. Well, it's starting to get there on the monthly, but pandemic's kicking in. We got Fiserv. How you doing? So we're starting to hit them now. Fiserv. All right, there's an outside day to the downside. Once again, you can see this here. Not quite an inside, but triangle them out here. 2-2 back down through here, right, which is taking out last month's lows. All right, staying a little heavy here, Q's. That's nice. Stay down. Stay down. We got a little stuff in the healthcare. UNH taking out last week's lows, coming after last month's lows. We're at an all-time frames now inside on the 60 and below yesterday's lows. That's what we want, not inside days. And that tells us we can look at ANTM here. And ANTM also taking out the lows now inside on the 60. It's also RevStrat month here. Inside bar, pokes up, boom, come right back through, and then here inside week to the downside. All that stuff lining up, that's nice. How about Humana? In Humana, here you can see in the daily, you got this slight poke up. That's the 2, boom, continuation right there, still going. They're going to give you the outside month here in the lower middle. And once again, the 2 down, the 2 up, and boom on the week. So we can always watch all those together. If we go to PayPal, and PayPal does this. 2 up yesterday, and then boom, right back at 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop them all out. We still got a little bit more to go on here. Very nice though, and you can see the causes the outside month. Now trying to come back through this weekly here. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, we'll see. Splunk. Have you known about this one? Yeah, there's your outside month, right? And that's going to be a broadening formation, right? It is. Outside week to the downside here. And if you go back to the daily, you might remember me drawing this little ditty for you. Like so. And now trying to expand back through all this. Splunk having some problems. Overstock going to the lows as I speak. I also had Wynn Resorts here. Trying to come in, and if you go to the daily, here's what we're looking like. All right, the shooter counters hammer. Stop them out, and bam! Hopefully we can come all the way back through here because you have your inside week to the downside here. If we go to Oracle for the gap band, all right, so it's not that hard. Just watch those gaps that I tweet out and stuff like that because all you had to do is wait for an hour, and here. The 2-2 reversal on the 60 right here. Below 59.14. All right, and there, boom, now 57.77, hopefully still going. We've got some of this energy having some problems here too. NBR, let me see what's going on here. NBR inside week and down here to the downside. Still going red on all-time frames here. You had your inside 60. Selling is increasing here as well it should. Like I said, when you look around the internals and almost everything is down, yeah, eventually these futures are catching up to what's going on. If you go to some of the restaurants, Jack in the Box, boom. 2-2 reversal on the day after stopping them out into new highs. And this is where we talk about exhaustion risk. Stop everybody out. But if the buyers don't step up, boom, 2-2 reversal right back down, Jack in the Box. They're hitting them now. Roku going to the lows. Q's going to the lows. Chewy, how about a little dog food for you? And you can see this coming after last week's lows and potentially an outside week. How much time we got here? Okay, we got SPG REITs, and the REITs having some issues here early on. SPG just taking out last week's lows, kind of stuck on the month, but having a weak day, as you can see here, following through yesterday's here. BXP also in the REITs. All right, they're hitting them now, folks. This is nice. BXP now gets stuck in here, but we'll see. Let's take a look around. What else we got here? AMD. And AMD, outside day range expansion here, right? They pay up, sell down. Now, see if we can get outside of some of this week's, and right there going outside monthly, you've got CRM. Also here, the inside day pokes up, boom. Now let's try and come through all of this stuff like so. Wynn Resorts goes to the lows as I speak. And once again, all of this is going to see how it sets up for next week. Right now, it's a matter, do you want to hold them over the weekend, do you? So far, it looks like no. CTXS here, still okay, still inside day on that. Just keeping an eye on my scanner here. See if I can dig up anything more for you. AMDW having some issues here. Once again, the inside day, upper left, pokes up. Boom! We call that rev strat because we know they're going to stop them here, 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 here. Might as well take them out and shoot them. Let's get back to the Qs for a second. Okay, Qs leading the way down, right, by taking out yesterday's lows, and now back below the outside week. So one of the things that's important is if this market's going to firm up, it's first of all it's got to cause a reversal, right? And on the weekly, this is a broadening formation. So if it can get back in there, which it tried, but now it's below that. Anytime it's going to be below that, then you got problems, right? And then here, you're going to see potential outside month, and a lot of these things are closer to going outside month to the downside. You've got Okta Okta, what's this thing doing here? There you go. Once again, the inside bar pokes up, boom, coming back through here. So let's see if we can get this to accelerate. That would be fun. How about Beyond the Meat? Beyond the Meat, and here you can see this once again, the 2-2 reversal daily. Here, stop them out, come back through previous range here, below 138.59, and then all you got to do is wait for your inside 60 right here. You see that? And that's below 136.04. So there's a couple of bucks in 13 minutes so far. We'll see if they can keep this going. You also have Amazon. You got some big boys trying to help out here. Amazon does this the outside day, expansion to the upside, downside, and continuing that here, right? So a lot of these things looking like this, the outside week, shooter, because they tried to recover and they couldn't do it, right? Now, still looking for these outside months, and that's what we're going to be looking for over the weekend when we take a look at here, but this one's far from over, and now that we got these things breaking a little bit, let's see if we can punish them into the bell and make some money on the short side. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith of the Smith and Black Channel here, Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.